one, go. If you go up to the loft today, you're sure of a big surprise. If you go up to the loft today, you'll never believe your eyes. 'Cause every train there ever was has gathered there together, because today's the day that Jenny does the Monday Club. Yay! Stop stabbing me with a pointy finger. You're being horrible to me.
Big hello to everybody. Welcome back. Well, we had a week off, and I hope you enjoyed the video that we did with my father's Steam Garrett. We've actually subsequently done another Steam test on that, and it is running sweet as anything. But didn't film the second one. You'll have also seen the Volv log for the Guinness World Record attempt. Now, just to let everybody know, we still don't know as of yet whether we got the record.
Is that a good sign or a bad sign?
That's just normal. It takes him a few weeks, if not months, to ratify. But hey, anyway, big thank you to George Botterini, who's very generously donated $9.99 on the super chat. Thank you ever so much, and that does go a long way to help us to keep putting out the videos that you want to see. I also need to give a big thank you to somebody who donated very generously after we finished the stream week before last. So the first opportunity to thank Alan Dalgetty, who incredibly generously donated £50 on the paypal.me link.
Oh my goodness.
So thank you ever so much for that. Don't forget to tickle that like button.
Wow, that's
and really importantly,
generous.
do share the stream to social media, Facebook groups, that kind of thing.
Absolutely, because sharing actually stops the YouTube algorithm going, oh, well, people watch it, but not enough, so we're just going to get rid of it.
Also, it makes the trolls very angry, and we like making trolls angry. Don't we? Yes, we do. Right, anyway, we've got...
Actually, we don't like making trolls angry because we don't think about the trolls at all.
Yes, I just threw that comment in. It's not that I'm really thinking about James at all, but anyway.
But at the same time, hello guys and welcome back. We had a week off because basically Jenny was exhausted and needed to sleep.
Very much. And
so
also
Jenny, have you enjoyed your holiday?
I didn't really see much of one. But look, anyway, so we've got Alex Dent, Patrick Furlong, Leslie Gilpin, Mike at Pudham Junctions, Crossway Point Junction, Clive Cobold, Southern Train Girl, Fly My Chairman 1, Simon Trains, the Oldsmead Project, Ben Davis, Iron Horse Railways, who says 50 quid, blimey. I know, it's great. Some people are ever so generous, it makes me feel so humbled.
That is amazing.
Skipsy Trains, big hello to you. Paul O'Donovan says Hornby are upping their prices by 10% at the end of the month. And yes, I heard this. Basically, they put out a statement saying that the increased cost of transport from China and the increased cost of manufacturing in China is to blame. Now, working for DCC Concepts...
So just to get that straight out there, that you
just hate it when people just do product placement. It's like they only do things because they're getting paid. I mean, that like really sucks, doesn't it, Wayne? Right, anyway.
Right on, Garth.
Yeah.
Hang on, why are you Garth?
I don't know.
Wayne's World.
Wayne's World. Party time. Excellent.
Woo, 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 woo. Okay, I think we can definitely say that you are rejuvenated from your trip to the holidays.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, it's going back to the Hornby issue. I think Hornby will always get a bad rap for making a statement like that. But it's, I work in the industry as well, and it's absolutely true. And I think anybody who works in an industry that imports a lot of things from China or from anywhere overseas in shipping containers knows full well that you're looking at, in the last 12 months or so, the price of a 40-foot shipping container shipped from China has gone from $4,000 US to somewhere in the region of $16,000 $8,000. So
Yeah,
that's a
the price
fourfold
increase
increase.
was inevitable, really.
Yeah, well, the problem is that just a huge backlog. Also, there's another thing on the horizon, and that is that processors. Now, people talk about processors as there's this weird sort of nebulous commodity, but actually, the particular processors that get used a lot in everything, I can't remember what they're actually called, but they're made in particular plant a couple of plants in the US. And there's a huge global shortage, driven partially because of the stupidity of the Internet of Things. Why does your toilet roll holder need to actually connect to the internet?
So you can tweet about sheets.
No, just because so it could be hacked and become a Russian botnet doing denial.
Can I just say one thing? So
botnet.
So we've got issues with international trade, a shortage of processors. Tony Blair's trying to get into politics. Have we gone back in time to the 90s?
Yep. Simon Trains very, very generously donated £5 on
thank you
Super
so
Chat.
much.
So it's only 7 minutes in and already making me love. Oh, what happened there?
I don't know.
The button.
Which
Has
button?
the green button gone off?
Green button?
If you can't see it,
There's no green button. Do I press this reset one?
no, the one to the left of it.
The one that says power?
Yeah. I'm starting to get issues with the my power.
Have you
No,
shorted it now?
no. You know when it shorts out because it goes beep beep beep.
It's not even warm.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
The one next to it is.
Right, so might be having a few issues. Intermittently, we've had issues with the power booster just turning itself off. I believe it could be a grounding issue because I know that the manufacturer is aware of some of the older models occasionally exhibiting issues, but I might have to take it into work and have it looked at. But anyway, no. What you're going to find is that when we talk about processors, your DCC decoders, your DCC control systems, anything that is DCC addressable, a lot of the logic in thing. Oh, is it turned off again?
Yeah.
Right, let's swap places. You can talk to the nice people whilst I see if there's a loose connection. But that is not supposed to happen, and as you can tell, it's...
Hang on. Things breaking isn't supposed to happen. Wow.
Yeah.
Patrick Webb says, Jenny, did you see Simon Train's donation? We did. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yes, Stefan
thank you.
Svensson has also said the shortage of processors is because of Bitcoin mining. I would not be surprised. Let's put it that way. So, guys, we've got some other news. Jenny didn't manage to mention when she was talking about shipping containers. The price has gone up. But a lot of shipping containers are actually now moving out of Egypt because the, what was it? The Ever Given. It's actually started to move again. Apparently they paid a fine. Yeah. So someone paid a bit of money and now the ship is moving again.
A bribe, I think.
So all of you who had certain orders on the back of that shipping ship, that's not right, is it? What's the word for
shipping container?
A container ship, that's the word. So if you had any orders on there, they are now moving again. So that's good news. And apparently we did have something. I'm just going to read back because someone put up a notice that was worth it. Kristen Kenny says, for anyone that has ordered the Bachmann Class 20 from London Transport Museum, they have been made, just waiting to be shipped. Emailed them to see what was happening. So that's good news.
Yeah, and now if we swap places, I have some more news.
Do you really? Well, that means I have to move, and I'm not sure I want to do that. But I'd rather not get prodded. So okay,
Yeah,
you can have your place back.
Right. Anyway, talking about the back.
Jenny, quick question.
Why don't you just stop me from talking?
Quick question.
Yes.
How far would you have got before I stopped you?
A little bit further. But yeah, it's interesting actually. I know that a lot of companies, they'll have goods sat at the factory in China and you can't get the boxes for love nor money. They're just not there. DCC Concepts, for example, we spent, I think it was 4 days just getting an empty container moved a few miles to the factory to load it up. And all these delays add up. It's then got to work its way to the port. And then it's got to wait for a slot on a container ship, which will probably then call in somewhere else on the way. It'll go to places like Rotterdam. And then when it ends up somewhere like Felixstowe, it will then actually sit on the quayside waiting to then be picked up. There's a huge backlog everywhere. James Morris says, what do you think of Kerno's steam rail motor samples? Will you be getting one? And do they hold the record for the longest announcement to production time span of any model? No, because technically we are still waiting for the VEA from Bachmann, which they originally announced. And yeah, I do remember that they originally announced that in something like 2002. So basically, I think the VEA would technically take that. There's also, I'm sure that there's been the 24-1 from Bachmann. Took quite a while.
How long? How long are you thinking at the moment? Because in computer games, Duke Nukem Forever took 14 years to arrive.
Yeah.
Can you beat that with model railways?
Apparently, Flymo Chairman 1 says, I'm sitting on your shoulder, Jay. Oh, no.
He's talking to someone called Jay.
Hello, Jay. Great to see you. Christian Kenny says they're hoping to send them out to people by the end of summer. Houston WHAP, hello to you. Francis Donnelly Brendan. And,
oh, my goodness.
Oh, my word. Nuts and Bolts 77 incredibly generously donated $20 and says, good evening, Jenny and Zoe. I finally received my Monday Club mug and my Game Hammer sticker just in time for my birthday. Absolutely brilliant.
Happy birthday to you.
And we have some other, more personal news.
We have to sing the happy birthday song.
Oh, yes. Right.
Jenny, what's wrong with you? Come on.
Hold on. Let me get my conducting stick and prod the orchestra.
Happy birthday to you. Squash tomatoes and stew. Bread and butter in the cutter. And you felt like 1, 2.
I couldn't remember which one we'd agreed to sing. But
what are you like?
I'm like
goodness.
you, only
but
more
yes,
sensible.
Happy birthday, Nuts and Bolts 77. Thank you so much for the
That is incredibly generous.
That is
Definitely, yes. Thank you so much. And of course, everybody's very generous donations goes towards helping us to make more videos.
And I'm really glad that you got the mug and the stickers. I only put out the stickers not long ago, so that's actually a pretty good turnaround time.
Pretty good. But anyway,
there has been a lot of issues with postage. Everything's slowing down. That's an issue at the moment. But I'm really glad they got there in time.
The Monday Club wagon, we have got the... I'll take the plastic sleeve off because it does tend to reflect under the lights a lot. This is the Acura scale made Monday Club wagon. Ooh. And it's not actually in the box because the eagle-eyed, excuse me, may have noticed...
It's going round?
Yes.
Where is it?
Oh, it's over there. It's behind the Class 24. So,
well, press the button then, let's see it.
Well, yeah, no. It's alright, when it comes round, I will retrieve the wagon.
Goodness.
But I'm really pleased. Shut up, I'm trying.
I got you a button to press and you won't press it. I'm going to move
So, look, we've got our YouTube link on the side. It's got my name on. That's great. It's like a wagon with my name on the box.
So what is this? It's mine got my name on it.
Yes, and it's not a sticky label that says reserved for, and it's like a full production run of these. So anybody who has ordered one of the Monday Club wagons, I know we did put out a video, and ostensibly this is the Acura scale MDV wagon. So the video is also of great interest to anybody waiting for any of the other versions. Don't forget that Planet Industrials have got a limited edition triple pack as well, and a very eye-catching black and orange livery. Rails of Sheffield also have a triple pack in MC Metals livery. So there's a couple of really interesting special commissions, plus all the main range MDO and MDV triple packs. If you're looking for a single example of the Acura scale MDV, then this is the only single pack available. And also, if you're looking to expand your fleet, it is of course prototypically accurate delivery underneath the Monday Club branding, which can be removed with T-cut. You know what, the trolls thought that I'd be like really, I would be really
dropped.
I've managed to break something.
Well, to be honest with you, the amount of times that you've cuddled that model, I'm surprised it hasn't fallen apart.
Yeah, we'll have to look for that.
Okay, while
is
you're
a
doing that-
pre-production. Can I just say, this is important. It is a pre-production, and that means that it's hand put together.
See it?
Do you? No, you didn't. No. Brown.
Okay, well, while you're looking for the thing that you've dropped, which is the...
You got it?
One of the advantages of being a gamer, a long-term gamer, is that your eyesight can really pick out small things.
And also, it takes you 2 weeks to turn white in the sun.
That is true. I do definitely get my money's worth from holidays.
Yeah. It's like the old Billy Connolly joke. It's like, I'm Scottish. It takes me 2 weeks to turn white.
Okay, so Simon Train says, Jenny, what's the update on your trip to America for the St. Louis RPM meet? Hope you get across the pond. Right now, Jenny has got her passport ready.
Yep.
But the Americans closed the borders because they found out she was coming. And they haven't opened them again yet because they don't want her.
I don't think it was specifically
It
because
was,
of me.
they heard that you were coming, they went, quick, batten down the hatches.
No, it was completely unrelated. But
It was completely
unfortunately-
unrelated to all those fires, was it?
What? No, you only caught me once.
It's like that joke on Mock the Week. I've been going door to door in this community for the last 2 weeks, and it's completely unrelated to the recent stranglings. I love that joke on Mock the Week. It had me laughing so hard. But yeah, we don't know yet. If the Americans open the borders in time and allow people in, then Jen should be able to get a visa very quickly.
Well, it's
And
a
then-
visa waiver.
That's
but
what I mean,
At
it's a
the
visa
moment, the issue I've got is that I can't get in. Nobody from the UK can. And it's not just the UK. There's quite a few other countries as well. Anywhere that's in the Schengen zone. And ooh, thank you. Oh, Robert Steers, thank you ever so much. Very, very generously donated $9.99 on the super chat. Thank you ever so much for that. And of course, Robert Steers is one of the people who's trying to get me to the States for the show.
Yeah.
We are really cutting it fine.
I hope you get that. I really hope you get that.
It's out of our hands. I've got my passport and everything. I've got a bag packed and all sorts. But it's just waiting for travel to be de-restricted. So I am really looking forward to that. Main Train Esport, hello to you. Railway music lover as well. Richard Swiderski says, Jenny, you could do a vent van for Billy's replacement speaker.
Oh my goodness, you just shocked me there. I didn't realise you were going to shout.
James Hardy says, is that a Hornby A2/3? No, that's actually an A1, I think it is. It's Aberdonian. What?
Sorry, go on, finish.
It's Aberdonian. It's one of the A1s that Bachman put out quite a long time ago.
Right.
It's the only A1 that I've got.
So we've got a question here from Iron Horse Railways. Well, more of a statement. I think there needs to be a Monday Club tanker and VGA van now to complete the set.
Yeah, because I know Rails of Sheffield have announced a Henderson's Relish tanker wagon to go with their ventilated van that they did. So
Henderson's Relish.
yes, you've
Is
got
that the one that you?
yes, you've got
right.
the little bottle. Yes.
Well, not just the bottle. You put it out on the Facebook group, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I posted a thing about it.
I saw that. It's quite eye-catching.
It is rather.
And we've also got another question here. Patrick Webb says, Jenny, where on your website do we go for the merch stores? I'm very interested in those stickers.
Aren't they in the down in the description
They
on the
should
video?
be just below. Yeah, Jenny Kirk merchandise just below the YouTube thing. So I'm going to jump to the YouTube page.
You'll find it scrolls.
And then I'm going to put it into the chat.
Yeah, you'll find it scrolls where you see all the t-shirts and hoodies. There's mugs and all sorts on there as well. So do have a flick through. But yeah, if the Monday Club wagon sells out and there's still enough interest in Monday Club wagons, then I do have ideas for a follow-on wagon. I've tentatively talked with a couple of different manufacturers about that. There's nothing firm because it is a very expensive thing to do. But I was heavily inspired actually by Sir Kenneth Patterson from What's Neat This Week, who has the WNTW box cars. And that's actually where I got the idea.
You get a lot of inspiration from him. He's a
I
really
do,
good
actually.
guy, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, Jen, when's the next time you're on his show?
Oh, funny you should. This wasn't an intentional fishing, but I was actually talking with Ken last night. Although from his point of view, it was sort of mid-afternoon.
Yes, and when he finally worked up the courage to say, Jenny, how did you get in here? You're not supposed to be able to get across the border.
Yes, Jenny, who gave you my number? But I'm on What's Neat This Week on, I think he said it's the 24th of this month. So really looking forward to that. Leslie Gilpin says, from what I'd heard, even the other borders remain closed. Definitely. Thank you, Flymo Chairman 1. You are a star, sharing the link. Robert Steer says, perhaps Sir Richard Branson can bring you over.
Yes, Virgin Galactic went up, didn't it?
Yeah, how do all these really rich people get over? Is there a different rule for them or something?
No. He lives there, doesn't he?
Oh, does he? So how does he turn up here as well?
Because he lives here as well.
Swindon69, big hello to you. Says, hi folks, been a while. Jay, so was the choice to commission your own rolling stock done out of a labour of love, or will you actually make your money back, make any profit?
It depends on how many get sold.
If they all sell, then I will cover my costs. And I will end up with, I think it's 10 of them, which effectively you guys have paid for. But that's it. It's like nobody got rich quick doing this.
Oh, good,
essentially. And that's what really tickled me. Somebody said, oh, well, if you bunged them out at like 15 quid, then I'd buy it. Why don't you do that? Sell it at 15 quid and I'll do it.
Cost more than that to make.
It's like, I am not paying you to take them off my hands.
Yeah,
it
basically,
doesn't work like that.
Yeah, we would love to be honest with you, they're as cheap as they could be. We would love to have made them cheaper.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
we couldn't. It's as simple as that.
Wagons of this quality cost a lot of money.
Hello to Les Cliff, and also your dad's account is in here, so hello to Mr. Kirk.
Hello, Dad. Nice to see you. Of course, that's my father, who's Garrett, you saw last Monday.
Yes.
And a big hello to Les Cliff. It's really great to see you, Les. We need to get you back here for a Monday Club Live. I'm really missing your presence.
We should phone him and get him on the show.
Yeah. Well, no, I need him in person because he's got to finish my back scene.
Oh, Jenny. Oh, my goodness.
But Josh's Railway Adventures, great to see you. Tim Maslin, hello. Sue at Putnam Junction, Lescliffe, Southern Train Girl, Leslie Dickinson. Gosh, we've got a lot of great people in. Ham Shackleton says, costs. I get the same with my books. Can I borrow one to see if I like them?
To be honest with you, now you've mentioned your books, Ham Shackleton.
Yeah,
I bought one. I bought that collection of short stories of yours, and I've been reading them at night, and they're very good.
Excellent.
So I recommend them, and if you want to put a link to your books into the chat, I'll make sure it gets through. Although you are a moderator, so it should already.
Yeah,
and, I like them.
I hear where you're coming from on the books. I remember doing book signings in Waterstones, and people would come up and just start reading it and like crunch, breaking the spine. And it's like, you break it, you bought it. Oh, I'm just seeing if I like it. Oh well, maybe I'll buy it later. And it's
no, you won't.
And it's like, no, you won't. And there's so many freeloaders in this world.
Oh, you're gonna love this, Jen. For £15, I could scribe JK on the side of a matchbox and glue some pennies on for wheels. Oh, yeah. I actually kind of want to do that now.
The cheapskate Monday Club.
Super budget diorama. Don't even paint anything. I'll just scribe it on with a biro.
There used to be a company in America that for years and years had an advert in the back of one of the model railroad magazines, and it was like $5 brass locomotive kit. Skill, you will need skills and perseverance. Brass locomotive kit, any locomotive available, and when like $5 back then was awfully cheap. Even back then, I mean, you're talking, I think this was in the 80s or the 90s. A brass locomotive kit, you would have been looking at $60, $70, $80. And what actually turned up was a block of brass and the instruction says just cut away anything that is not the locomotive of your choice.
That is amazing.
It is a complete scam.
I love it. Technically, well, to be honest with you, it's only one step down from that kit that you had, that you built the thing from.
Daniel Craftsman, thank you ever so much, has donated $6.99 Canadian. Thank you so much. That is incredibly generous of you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Jay there has a very good point with the hobby and the pricing. This hobby isn't priced expensively out of pure greed. It's because the products cost money to make. Yeah. And that is the problem.
That's like going into a Ferrari dealership and going, well, I can get a Ford Fiesta down the road for $8,000. I'll take it off your hands for $4,000. And it's like, well, I'll tell you what, for $4,000, I'll boot you in the bottom out through the door face first into a great big pile of poo. Which is coincidentally the Ford Fiesta that you'll be buying.
Oh no, Ford Fiesta sound that bad.
Yeah, I'm just joking there. Dinmore Junction, hi to you. Madden Steam Railways to you. Dominic Z, Malcolm Moore, Main Train Eastport. We've got a lot of great people. Jay as well says, just don't buy anything that's obviously overpriced then. And the thing is, nobody gets rich out of making model trains. Oh, we've got a serious issue.
Come on,
just press the button.
Oh, I wanted to take over the show.
Looks like that booster box is going into work tomorrow for a bit of a
What
check.
have you done to it? Because this was fine last time we looked.
I don't. I'll have to. I'm gonna have to unscrew everything.
What if you?
It's done this intermittently.
You were no.
It's done this intermittently before, but this is definitely getting worse. Tom. Did that just do a thing? No, it didn't.
No.
Dominic Z. Yes, our Kickline collective is in the building. Our expert on all things Kickline, which we found out the other week. I don't think they do them in the UK.
They don't. That's why I couldn't find them, and I couldn't work out what was going on.
David...
I can find lots and lots of fan art.
Oh yeah.
Apparently it's really popular, but I cannot for the life of me find the original stuff.
David Scott says Aston Martin used to use Ford Fiesta door locks. I can imagine actually they used a lot of stuff out of the parts bins from other companies to the point where I believe that the Aston Martin DB Vantage used brake discs and calipers from the I think it was a Land Rover Discovery. Ham Shackleton, great there. We've got a link in there for Ham Shackleton's books on paper from Amazon. Do go and check that out. Warbler Productions says all things to do with railways and steam cost a lot of money. Even something like painting a loco in full size costs over £10,000. Yes, nothing in this life is cheap. Wamgok says, I've got a shilling. I think you'll find that's no longer legal tender. Not even an Austrian shilling. That always amused me when I learnt German back then, before all the Euro Monopoly money stuff, that there was the Austrian shilling, but it was shilling with an extra C in there. Simon, the Railway Enthusiast 83 says, evening Jenny, just arrived. Hope you're well. I am very well, thank you very much. It's awfully warm up here.
It's getting quite warm.
Somerset Andy says, I will say bye for now, everyone, for now. You all take care. You take care too. Somerset Andy, of course, been a very generous donator to the channel. Sent over that Class 47, the Somerset Andy Class 47, in the Intercity livery. Thank you ever so much for that. And I know quite a few other people have sent in locomotives, but my memory is like Swiss cheese. I'm sure I'm a quantum leaper.
I love this. Stephen Cameron has the best line here. The only way to make a small fortune out of model trains is to start with a large fortune.
That was the old joke about how do you make a small fortune in motor racing, and the answer is start out with a large fortune.
Love it.
So Wamgok, how do you... Mel's, g'day to you. Russell Benton says, fortunately, I built my collection when prices were good. Only buy sparingly now. I totally agree with you, and I do feel lucky that I went into the workplace, went to work for the BBC and the like back in 2000. which meant that was right at the point where we had the high quality products coming through dirt cheap from China, and things like Class 25s from Bachmann first turning up. They could be got discounted for around the £27 mark. Unbelievably good value even then, so I did buy a lot. And in all honesty, if I hadn't have done that then, I wouldn't be doing it now. I do buy very sparingly now. In fact, for the entirety of this month, the only model I've actually bought, I think, is the D class from Rails of Sheffield. They are getting those out. I've had an email today that mine has been dispatched, so it hasn't arrived in times for the Monday Club. I do actually have the Rails Connect Next 18 decoder ready to fit in it for the DCC fitting guide of the review, but it's not going to arrive until tomorrow. So we do have a trains running action cam chase cam video for Wednesday. Look out for that, because it's been guest edited for the channel by a particular specialist in the field, me. MRC Dale says, evening all, how does anyone know release date on the retooled Flying Scotsman? I'm afraid I don't. Route 7 Railway, hi to you. Right, Patrick Ling says, I can see the TARDIS. Warbler Productions with his TARDIS Otron 4000 vision says, TARDIS between the running lines. Absolutely. So, Mativell says, is that camera reversed? It is, yes. There's
Sadly,
a long...
it is. We can't work out why either.
Sit ye around. There is a saga that needs telling again.
Go on.
Basically, don't know what's wrong. There's a glitch in the software. We cannot reverse that camera. Well, we cannot make right way round that camera. So don't know why. Not going to
tried to reverse the polarity of the neutron flow, but it didn't work.
What actually happens if you reverse that camera? It just reverses a different camera instead. It's very annoying. Right, Patrick Webb says, if you have a model that can do that, I think it'd be funny if you remove the coal from a locust tender and put the TARDIS in there. What are you laughing at?
That line.
Yeah.
I just think that's my other locomotive's TARDIS powered.
Yeah, well, actually, I'm going to remove the coal insert. See, it can be done. And if we go to that camera, you will now see that the Princess Coronation on the turntable has no coal in the bunker. But because I've got nowhere to put
How's
this...
it going to run? Terribly.
Carefully. So I'm going to put the coal back in. But yes, that could actually be done. And there is one thing that would be certain. Warbler Productions would spot it instantly.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Right. Main Train Esports says, I have the same issue with my centrals with days where it just switches off, mostly behaves. It's my booster unit has done it intermittently every once in a while for basically since it was new. I think that it is an earthing issue, but we can't be certain on that. And unfortunately, it seems to be playing up today. I don't know why.
So we've got an interesting question here. Ramba Ral says, do you have any J72s?
Not any of the new ones. I have the old original mainline one, which is down in a display cabinet downstairs because it's split chassis, just not going there with it. It is effectively retired. But I do constantly have my eye on one of the new Bachmann J72s, but they're like at about the £105 mark at the moment. So there's always something else that I end up trying to get instead. Simon the Railway Enthusiast 83 says, nice turntable, thank you very much. That is a Pico. I think it's an LK55 is the catalogue number.
And you
turntable
motorised it,
kit.
didn't you?
I motorised it using Meccano and the motor that was used in an upcoming build that I can't talk about still, even
this
though...
special build. Special. Not different, just special, really special.
Yes.
It actually was surprisingly good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed seeing that.
Oh, Tim's Model Railway in different videos suggests it might be very hot and turn itself off. But no, it's been hotter than this up here. It does naturally get quite warm, but yeah, it's. I might just take it in for a test. I don't tend to run the Monday Club much, it has to be said. Dalesmead Projects says, click on the camera window in OBS for that that wrong and drag the left side of the window to the right side. That may reverse the feed. We have tried a lot of things. No, you'll just break things. Leave it alone.
I want to try.
After the stream. Tim Davies says, is it a good thing to join a model railway club for someone new to the hobby? It can be.
It depends what you want to get out of it.
Yeah, and also be aware some of the clubs are a bit stuck in their way. Some clubs like the MRC down in London, so big up to Lawrence and the MRC posse. But really, really great, very proactive, very open to new ways of doing things, really welcoming to people. Always get a great reception down at the MRC. But some other clubs also very, very good. And there are a minority, I don't want to put anybody off, but there are a minority out there who's basically a bunch of old rivet counting farts, aka the fun police.
Your best bet before joining a club is to see whether they've got a night, like an open day.
Yeah, try before you join.
Go along, see how you like it. Because even the best clubs, sometimes you might not find it's what you're looking for. But another one will be.
Alex Dent says, I've watched the Steam Test Disaster last Monday. Did you have a good time? And we did actually, thoroughly enjoyed it. And we revisited that, not filmed it, but we got fixed everything. And
we didn't film this time specifically because I had an injury and I can't hold the camera.
But also Bill Bosserman says hello from Idaho in the USA. Big hello to you, and it's always great to see so many people from all around the world. J. Paul Anderson, Jen, what was it like having the week off? Well, I didn't really have the week off. I still had to go to work. Simon the Railway Enthusiast at 83 says, is that Guinness, Jenny? No, it's Diet Coke is the beverage of choice.
Oh, hokey cokey.
It would, yeah. And of course, if there are any drinks manufacturers out there who wish to sponsor the Monday Club and provide the beverage of choice with on-screen branding, then you can contact us at the usual address.
Yes, but for the moment, we're going to stick with drinking the old hokey cokey.
Is it just, it's gone off again?
Yes, but that one hasn't.
It's got to stay alive.
Right.
Which, incidentally, is
a good demonstration of it.
Yeah,
because that's still going.
Did you press the button?
No.
Well, press the button. See, I'm having a little ponder. I'm wondering.
It's not been like this normally.
Yeah, this is particularly bad, so just...
Are you adding extra power?
Yes.
More power!
Right, Zoe, talk to the nice people.
Hey, we've got some new sound effects.
Yeah.
So, guys, David J says, hey, Jenny, what is the loco going round tender first, pulling the 4 blue and white coaches?
It is a Daypole mogul.
A mogul, eh?
Yes, it is a mogul. Is
it a media mogul?
No, it's not actually. So I'm just going to put that into...
You're going to add some extra power so that things might not
I'm wondering whether it may be getting overloaded with that. So, excuse me, I've just added
Richard Swiderski has a great line there. Oh, stay alive.
Stay alive. Warbler Production says power. Unlimited power. That's a bit of a Clarksonism, isn't it? Simon Train says full power, ramming speed, Mr. Christian. Right.
It's over 9,000.
What is
Jen
over?
doesn't know what that means.
What's over?
Jen's never seen Dragon Ball Z.
No, I haven't.
There's a brilliant bit. All of the Saiyans, the superhero creatures and aliens in Dragon Ball, have power levels which can be detected. And then one of the guys who's looking for a fight with his partner finds Goku, the main guy, and checks his power level, and then is shocked because it's over 9,000.
Big hello to Lakota Theorif. Really great to see you. I've not seen you in a while, but it's really great to see some new names and also some names we've not seen for a while.
Yeah.
A big hello to Twin Tall Productions / Avery. Welcome. I'm reading somebody's response. I did see it go off the top of the screen, but yeah, really great to have you in. And Patrick Webb, Spaceballs reference, ludicrous speed. Is that beyond played speed?
We've gone to plaid.
Yeah, Logan Clary says unlimited rice pudding. Hey, yes, jolly good lashings of rice pudding and ginger beer. Robert Steers says
Unlimited
more
rice
power.
pudding is a Doctor Who quote, Jen, from the Seventh Doctor.
Which one's
when
that?
he's taken the mick out of a load of aliens wanting to take over. So they want unlimited rice pudding.
Ah. Peter Leyland says that any model railway clubs announced exhibitions this year apart from Worley. Yes, they're not a club, but the Great Electric Train Show in Milton Keynes will actually be going ahead as it stands before Worley. I believe they may be in September. I will be attending that show as well. It's going to be interesting to see. I think all eyes will look to that as being
the test.
The big test as to whether it's going to be viable. Because I know that there was a steam rally held recently, and actually very few people turned up to look around.
I can't blame them. Right at this point, I can't blame them. But I think by the end of the year, when people are used to getting back out again, because as the Prime Minister's pointed out today, Freedom Day on the 19th, it's going to be gradual instead of a big dump of everything.
And Robert Steer says, more power, Mr. Scott. I need more power. I cannot do it, Captain. She's gonna shake apart.
Mr. Chekhov, set course for we are.
I will double fist punch anybody who says otherwise. But yes, in answer to somebody's earlier question, this which one's that from?
That's from which one is it? The episode of Pon Far where Kirk is fighting Spock.
Oh, the silly episode.
One of the silly episodes, yes.
Michael Wiles says Davros. Now, I'm sure he's off selling Smash somewhere. Mel says I went to All Hobbies Swap Meet Australia last Thursday.
Excellent. How was it?
Very interesting actually to hear how it was. All right, Robert Steer says if you cannot come here, perhaps I can come to Worley. That would be great actually. I mean, November time. So I'm sure we can sort something out. And I'd really love to get Ken Patterson over as well. But I know that Ken is a very busy man.
Well, not just that, but he has the same problem you have. He can't leave because the borders are closed.
No, but this would be like November. Well, Robert Steers has the same problem as well. Stephen Cameron says, been working night shift, so I've missed the Monday Club for a week or two, and we've missed you as well. But
welcome
it's great
back.
To see you back.
So, while you're looking at all this, can you tell people what you've got running today?
All right. We have got a Bachmann Class 24-1.
Thank you, Michael Wiles. And Mock Time. That's the one I couldn't remember the name of.
Running them up. We've also got a Bachmann A1 just coming out from underneath the bridge. That is Aberdonian, number 60158. On the parallel line there is a Class 33, number 33008. Which is the Hellion model in a really quite eye-catching livery. We did do a full review of that. We've also got the Bachmann 25-1, number 25052, climbing up the gradient from the lower to upper yard. Going to go across the bridge there. That is actually fitted with a DCC Concept Zen decoder and Stay Alive, and it's the biggest Stay Alive, which is why whenever the power fails, you see that just keep chugging on because it's really, really impressive. B2000 RO Toys channel, big hello to you. If you can come to Elsa Car Railway Show, Jenny, please do. And Dominic Z says, Jenny, do you know the diecast company No Rev? I'm afraid I don't. But yeah, definitely going back to shows and that. I would love to try and get to some shows. Time is the big enemy. I do also still work Saturdays. Unfortunately, I've spent over 10 years trying to avoid working weekends, and yet here we are.
Mel says that All Hobby Swap Meet Australia was awesome. They had trains, planes and cars. That sounds great. I love myself some aircraft.
Although it's saying Australia has actually done quite well because they shut their borders early on, so
It helps that they're quite far away from where a lot of the epicenter was.
Also, J94, really great to see you. Not seen you in a while. Let's see what else we got. The Ellesmead Project says, good evening to J94. Robert Steers says, you need a Montana Rail Link GP9 locomotive. I think I do, actually. In fact,
don't give her ideas. My house is full of railway stuff, guys.
Yeah,
I can't get out of bed without falling on a train.
Yeah, and actually, I got sent. I did name check him at the time. I do apologise because I am useless at remembering names. But the gentleman who sent over from America a whole bunch of US outline stuff.
Oh my goodness, yes.
So, really need something to pull all of these. I think it's somebody Craig Lockridge. I could be wrong on that. But certainly always eternally grateful. And of course, Robert Steers. American Limited models, tank cars, really, really great models. Really looking forward to the newest
Can I just
releases.
say, I can't be the only one that when I was taking the photos for your video reviewing this, the BNSF logo there, did you read BASF?
No.
As in cassette manufacturers?
No, because I know it's Burlington, Northern and Santa Fe.
I read BASF and then I also saw it as the logo of Bose.
No.
the manufacturer.
Well,
and I just couldn't stop myself. It's just one of those things.
Just put it back in the box.
Do I have to?
Back in the box.
Oh.
But I'm afraid the only US outline locomotive that I have is an
big
Alco PA, which
it's a chunky monkey.
well,
That
there's
one.
a B unit as well. I'm just going to put the A unit on the track
It's a
and
chunky
fire
monkey.
her up until she proves to be too annoying, and then I will fire
Is
her
this the
down.
one that's got all the sounds in?
Yeah, it's like, the such and such to Chicago.
You had so much fun playing with
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So let's see,
Guys, and I'm not kidding, guys. She has had so much fun playing with the sounds on this.
Yeah, so
I thought
this is
someone was
number
in the house.
600. So this is number 600, and
Southern Train Go. Oh, here we are. Jenny. You should apologise for that kind of trumping. Southern Train Girl, after I said that I couldn't get out of bed while I was stepping on a train, says, "Oh no, I hope you didn't do much damage to the train."
yeah.
Good to know priorities there.
Oh yeah, great priorities. I'm just I'm going to see. Can I get it into shot?
Yes, no, it's underneath the... Give me a second. Give me one
No.
second.
Oh my word.
There.
George Botterini has incredibly generously donated another $4.99. Says Jenny and Zoe, is there a level on Patreon between 5 and 20? I would upgrade.
There isn't.
There
isn't, because I was going to put a one in that would essentially be a subscription to the magazine, but then
there is no magazine.
we never got to do the magazine. We just didn't have the time to make it viable, so we never did it. Yeah, that's the noise. I thought you were watching something like Star Trek. It's like, we are the Borg. Lower your shields and surrender your shields.
As Leslie Gilpin says, now wrong with a PA. It's an MTH, and that's the brand. I'm sure Robert Steers and some of the other US watchers are familiar with that. In fact, it does get annoying after a while. MTH, they do what they call DCS, Digital Control System, which claims to be DCC compatible, but it isn't really. It's like, Hib, spend lots of money on our inferior proprietary system.
Proprietary thing that
Yeah,
can
it's
work with anything else.
proprietary.
But thank you so much for your donation, George. I
Thank
really
you ever
appreciate
so
that. And I
much.
think Jen
Really
appreciates
generous.
it too.
But
Jen,
yeah,
is there any more water to go in the air conditioner? Because that looks a little bit low.
Oh, yeah, hold on. Hold on, before it goes off the top, Ramba Ral says, Jen, I have a ton of American ON30 locos looking for a good home. Oh,
My goodness.
ON30. It's actually quite an unusual. There's plenty of water in there. What are you talking
Okay.
about? ON30 is quite an unusual thing. I don't think we can get the track over here. That's one of the problems, is that we. I know that my employer, I believe, has just started going into that. So
your employer, you sound like you're some kind of intermediary for
I'm his
society.
I'm his fixer.
My employer will not be pleased with this, Mr. Bond.
Yes. Oh, so nice to see you, Mr. Bond. You need a white, furry, long-haired cat. Go, no, Mr. Bigglesworth. Dr. Evil does not like to be pee-pee.
Reminds me of another joke from Mock the Week, if I just come on the camera to do it. Mr. Bond, it appears someone has stolen my cat. I love that show. I mean, some of the jokes during the topical bits, they've got a bit stale.
Yeah.
Because there's only so many jokes you can make about the news, I suppose. But the stand-up bits at the end, oh my goodness, hilarious still. Love it. Scenes we'd like to see. Yeah. Here's a topic, let's make some jokes. I love it.
Jay says, did you eventually decide to get an AC unit then? No, we can't get for love nor money because it's really hot and humid in the UK, which means everybody else got to the shop before us.
However, we do have a small portable AC unit, which kind of works to take the edge off.
It does, actually.
But it's not quite enough to cool everything down. You know what, Jen?
Yes?
Now that you've actually plugged the railway in again properly, it seems that everything's working.
So far, but we'll keep an eye on things. You never know. Right. Other news: the DCC Concepts Motive Power Depot has been released in sizes 360mm, which this is one of, 460 and 560mm. I did actually share a video, which I actually made that video. I made all those videos, just in case anybody was wondering. But this is just the.
You're very taken with that, aren't you?
I am actually. Yeah, we physically posted a locomotive in one of these through the post, because that's what happens when you post something, and it arrived in good condition. And effectively, it's a high-quality cradle that allows you to drive on, drive off, no touching of your locomotive. You can then invert it into the EVA material lid, which protects it, which allows you to service the locomotive, again, without ever touching it. You can store them, you can post them, transport them. And the longer ones you can actually fit a train on. I know that I am allowed to say that we do have forthcoming a one that's, I think, it's about 2 meters. There are ones that genuinely are long enough to take a full Midland Pullman. Robert Steer says ON30 is O scale narrow gauge, which runs on HO gauge track. Right. So it's basically the equivalent of 016.5. Interesting. Could be interested. I mean, certainly.
I'm sorry, I kind of just blanked out because it's getting unbearably hot up here.
It is actually getting quite warm. Ben Tullett says, crikey, the Severn Valley. Crikey. I always read that's crikey. Oh, that's a stroke of luck. Crikey. The Severn Valley Railway have thrust their volunteer side of things into the 21st century. We have an online volunteers database.
Wow.
David Scott says, ON30, look up the slim gauge circle in the UK. They model ON30 and exhibit on modular form in various places around the UK. Derek Pensome says, received my MPD today. Thank you. Well, don't thank me. I just produced the photographs and I took the photographs. I didn't do the photoshopping of making the background look nice. But I did do all the videos. I do the videos. Houston WHAP says, how do I change F4 on my Gauge Master so I don't have to keep my finger on the button for the lights to stay on? Now, there should be an option. Yeah. You'll have to look in the Gauge Master manual, but there should be an option to cycle each of the F buttons between latching and momentary. Now, out of the box, that intrigues me with F4, because out of the box, and I do have a Gauge Master here, F2 is normally the one which doesn't latch, and the reason for that is because F2 is normally on a sound loco assigned for the horn or the whistle. All the others tend to be latching. Now, on the NCE Power Cab, that's quite different. They're all latching, but it also has a horn and whistle button, which is momentary. So you basically get both, which is great for if you've got something like a 6-function lighting decoder in a locomotive.
A 6-function lighting program. What?
Function light. Right, wait, hold on. I've got something.
She said a 6-function lighting program. Stop.
Anyway. Right. White Wall Wheels 1 Hardcore MOH says. Rambaral cannot find you on here on YouTube. Steve Baker 57 says, have you seen the KR models? Fell locomotive. Yes, now that used to be the big joke. For a long time, not KR models. I've reviewed the GT3, amazing model, really looking forward to the Fell. But it used to be the big joke. Like, people say, oh, when are you going to do the Fell? Every time new models ranges were announced, people say, oh, well, who's going to do the Fell? And then KR models went, oh, go on then. And the model looks amazing. I think we've seen the EP and it looks really, really good.
Why was it a joke?
It's just one of those things in the community that kept being brought up. Yeah, I've still got loads of water left in there.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I was. Is that power box a little bit less warm now than it was? The one on the left.
No, same heat.
Stephen Barker 57 says, I've ordered the British Rail livery one. I like weird locomotives. Tim's model. I saw that as well. Yeah, you read it out.
F4, you sunk my battleship.
Model Railway Noob, hello to you. Houston WHAP says, thanks Jenny, I'll look into that. No problem, you're absolutely welcome. Yeah, Skipsy Train says, the F2 button on my Gauge Master Prodigy Advance is a pain. The interior lighting of my Real Track 156 is on F2 and I can't remap it. There should be an option somewhere in the manual to change F2 to latching from momentary. But I know that feeling. When I was using the Gauge Master, I had a lot of issues with locomotives that had multiple lighting functions because F0 do the direction control lights. F1 would generally do one cab light, then F2 would be the other cab light, so you had to keep your finger on it to keep it on. And actually the class 121 and 122 from Daypol uses all the way up to F4 with the lights. I believe it's F4 or it might have been F3, because basically they had your direction lights, then you had one cab light, other cab light, and then they had passenger compartment lights. That's F1, F2, yeah, so up to F3. Let's have a look. Chris Eden Green says, thanks for the plug. And of course, Chris Eden Green, everybody do please check out his channel. Currently doing a fundraiser to take his steam locos in profile to the US, so do check that out. Really great cause and really high production. And I have to say that I've been a fan as well for a long time, and I mean it's one of those things you do look to other YouTubers and think, wow, that is amazing, and even if I can emulate a fraction of that, I'll be on the right track. So big hello to Chris Eden Green, and like I say, do go and check out his crowdfunder to be able to produce an American version of the Steam Locos in profile. Patrick Webb says, I got to go to a meeting. I'll watch the rest back afterwards. Bye, everyone. You take care. It's great to have you in. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time. Warbler Production says, TARDIS is just to the right of the long rake of steel minerals on the left filled line. It is as well. So we'll give the Doctor some modesty, and we'll manage to actually miss every single train. Rambaral says, I haven't uploaded any vids on my layout yet, still a work in progress. But we always say, we always love to see your works in progress. It's nice to see how people do things. And quite often the bits that you just take for granted in the actual planning and the initial baseboard construction or track lane can actually be really interesting to people as well to see. So don't be afraid to share. Skipsy Train says Gauge Master has said that the function cannot be changed to latching. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. Well, that's it. That sucks. But I've gone NCE. So Ken of Patterson was recommending the NCE, so I bit the bullet and bought one. And I have to say, I have not regretted buying the NCE. So I do still have the Gauge Master. There is one thing that I think that the NCE was not as good as the Gauge Master on, and that is the programming track. Now, natively, the Gauge Master is really easy to use with the programming track, so I quite simply kept that, because what else would I do with it? And it's just used for the programming track. So I'm just going to place this. I've been pressing random buttons, it seems. So just put that out of the way there. Chris Eden Green says, Jenny, don't do yourself a disservice. You've got a good thing going on yourself, so no need to compare yourself to an insecure, long-haired show-off like me. Take it easy. Oh, absolutely. But the insecure, long-haired show-off is also here. But yeah, no, it's great to see you. Says also, shameless plug is shameless. Yes. Yeah, isn't it just like... it's really bad when people sell out and just all they do is product place. So MPD from DCC Concepts, and oh no, we've got another one here. The Jenny Kirk Monday Club wagon, available, order fulfillment being done through Rails of Sheffield. But as far as I'm aware, there's still some left to order. It should tell you on the website somewhere. Oh yeah. So it's going round behind. Let me just see if I can find the button. So look out for the Monday Club wagon there on the end of that rake on the left, just going up the hill. It is fundamentally an Acura scale MDV, so do look out for that. Warbler Productions says, my latest video today is from this weekend at Statfold over the Quarry Hunslet 150 years. Event photos and video combined. Yeah, I saw some of your really artsy ones taking some photographs through your crystal ball. Oh, let's see what's going on. Actually, no, they look really interesting. Definitely one to take a look at as well. Model Railway Noobs has just bought the Rails Wainwright D-Class in SECR Grey. Couldn't resist another grey loco. Absolutely, I've done the same. I got my dispatch email finally today. I know that they have sold incredibly well with some of the different liveries actually completely sold out now. The SECR Grey is, or at least certainly was, still available. So basically, I've bought one of those as well because I am a sucker for the grey liveries as well, the Southeastern and Chatham Railway Grey. So you might remember that I've got the P-Class in Southeastern and Chatham Railway Grey, but also I've got a C-Class in grey. I've got an N-Class in grey, and shortly to join them will be a D-Class in grey. Now, Warbler Productions has sent Zoe a link to the video. Looking forward to seeing that. And that, if you want to send links, and please make it links. Don't send the actual video as an attachment, otherwise it won't get through. Cry. Send it. We prefer URLs, something like YouTube, to Zoe at zoerobinson.com, and that's Zoe spelt the Greek way.
Yes,
which is Z-O-E. Don't put the I call it an I would say diaresis on, because that breaks things. Let's have a look. Ben Tullett says, I have a Henderson's Relish tanker en route. Looks very bright. Actually, my work colleague does as well. He's a Sheffield lad who really loves his Henderson's Relish. He actually he can't love it that much because he gave us the bottle that came with his ventilated van. You know that neither of us is actually old enough to remember the clangers first time round.
Not first time round, but they were always repeated.
Were they not in black and white?
No.
Oh. Right, Madden Steam Railways, for a somewhat different control, I'm getting an ANE LD101 from Electech. Have both digital and analog trains. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Somebody did actually post something. I think I may have missed it. About the Gauge Master being a rebadged something or other. I can't remember what it is a rebadge of, but I know it's like MRC, and yes, it's like basically the cheapest, plastickiest controller going. It also puts a huge spike on your track bus if you use it natively and you go from reverse to forwards just by pressing the direction button. Seriously. I've seen it on an oscilloscope and it's quite scary. It's little wonder that occasionally decoders just randomly blow on a Gauge Master. Just putting that out there. Nigel Cole says, careful that you don't drop a clanger there, Zoe.
It's alright, if they get dropped, we have help.
David Scott says, hey up, the clangers have arrived. Where's the soup dragon?
I couldn't find a soup dragon. I do want one though. But here's the weirdest thing. What colour was soup dragon?
Green?
I thought they were purple. In my head, purple with pink spots, and then someone showed me a picture of them on Twitter, and I didn't recognise it. Why does my brain think that soup dragon was purple?
What colour were they?
They're green.
Oh, I guessed correctly.
Why do I think that soup dragon was purple? What purple dragon was around at the same time?
Puff the Magic Dragon.
Oh, Puff the Magic Dragon lived on a shelf. We can't sing that. We'll get flagged.
Manthony 1956 says MRC was kind of behind when DCC became pretty much standard. I still run DC, and even my ancient MRC units work fine. I think the MRC unit was kind of the budget end of the market. But yeah, unfortunately, there's a lot of issues, and the more I learn, the more it scares me to actually run stuff on. But really pleased with the NCE. Spongate Junction says, hiya Jenny, use the NCE power cab for my layout, love it to bits. And it's
Don't
actually,
love it to bits, or you have to repair it.
It's actually so popular that, in all honesty, it tends to sell out all over the UK very, very quickly when they come back into stock. Now, I know that Rails of Sheffield I think they had an offer going, or certainly was an offer, I don't know whether it's still going, for the NCE. I'm trying to think who else actually still has them in stock. DCC Concepts do. And I get told off for plugging my employer too much, but NCE from DCC Concepts still got them in stock. And
yes, Garthian, thank you. Wobbler Productions. The soup dragon was green. The purple dragon may have been the magical one in a short animation to go with the song. Yes. Yes, I think you're right. Thank you.
And Worthington Model Railway says, Postgate, Oliver Postgate, Ivor the Engine fame. Definitely, yeah. And also Bagpuss.
Bagpuss is so cool.
Leslie Gilpin as well agrees with me. NCE is awesome, definitely. And also, again, a big, big thank you to Ken Patterson over at What's Neat this week for putting me onto the NCE system in the first place. So I can...
You're not the only one who can make noises.
What was that trying to make a noise of?
Meow. Da, 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 da.
Hold on. Hold on, I think I've got something here.
No, not the green finger. No.
Right, down cupboard monkey, naughty cupboard monkey. Anywho, Flymo Chain 1, thanks for sharing that link as well. They are at DCC Concepts too. And I should mention that you get a free curly cord, which is this cord, and a free DCC decoder, not the Buddha, but all the other ones. You get one off as part of the price. That is the deal. Manthony 1956 says, all my DCC friends run Digitrax, which has had issues meeting demand. I think a lot of them have, and what we've got to remember, this is going back to the processor shortage, that is going to get worse before it gets better. One of the big issues running up to Christmas is that Amazon have apparently pre-booked every single container slot coming from China for a matter of several months. So if you haven't pre-booked, the companies are going to really struggle. Now, another thing, actually, we talked about the Ever Given being underway again. Now, on the Ever Given, the model railway products that I know are definitely on it are the O-Gauge Class 122s, I think they are, or 121s from Dapol are on the Ever Given. But also, you may have noticed going into IKEA, of all places, that they are really, really low on a number of their product lines to the point where they just don't have any of certain office furniture. Now, the reason is that the Ever Given has several containers for them full of that stock. Right. Warbler Productions has spotted the TARDIS lying down in one of the wagons behind the Class 24. And Valley's 56XX says, is that Pogleswood?
I don't know.
It might be another Oliver Postgate thing. So Jay says,
Right.
my dear sweet mummy moo the Bagpuss. Yeah, I love Bagpuss. Yeah.
Bagpuss rocks.
Yeah, Bagpuss. Oh, soggy cat puss.
Bagpuss, oh big furry cat puss. Come and wake up and show us. Wake up and look and see this thing that I bring. Was that it?
Something like that.
Yeah.
And then there's also the mice from Magpuss. The magic, the marvellous musical mouse
The
organ.
marvellous mechanical
That
mouse
was it,
organ.
yeah. I will have to go and watch it. I think.
Yes,
Yeah.
we will. Tonight, our film night is Bagpuss.
Right, anyway, meanwhile, back at the ranch.
See you later, AFD Comp. Thanks for coming along.
It's been really great having you in, but look, don't forget that the Monday Club becomes a regular video at
Absolutely.
the end of the stream, which means that you can catch up on all the Monday Club goodness, including the Cupboard Monkey being a Wally Brain, and all those lovely moments where the Wally Brain that is the Cupboard Monkey did Wally Brainy things. Right, anyway, Lee.
Are you finished?
Yeah, okay.
Are you quite finished, my dear?
Okay, Wally Brain. What do you do? Oh, don't break it.
I'm not breaking anything up.
Everybody can see your shadow.
No, they can't.
Yes, they can. Noggin the Nog, Hermitage Road says, oh gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Oh, Ben Tull, it
all
says
kinds
Jenny
of
on
weird
helium. Now, hold on. Let me just huff some helium. We will find you, we will find you. I don't know the word.
Oh my goodness.
Oh dear. Right. J. Paul Anderson says videos tonight. Yes, there will be videos tonight. We do have a bumper crop, so we will be. I'm guessing we are, because we weren't on last week. Yes, we did the Garrett video, but what else have we got coming up? Right. Okay. We have got a guide to soldering coming up on Friday, and I really wanted to mention this because you all know I'm one of the world's worst solderers, or at least I was. Now, I had a 10-minute session of tuition from a soldering master who actually showed me a couple of simple techniques.
Like hold the right bit so you don't burn your hands?
No, and actually...
So you still burn your hands?
I've done a video for Friday, which is soldering, how hard can it be? Your guide to perfect soldering every time for beginners. And it's actually... I impressed myself, actually, because a couple of simple techniques made soldering from the black art witchcraft right through to actually being really, really good.
Can I just point out that soldering is not anything even close to being witchcraft?
Why is there a big spike? Why did we lose all the viewers?
I don't know.
Did you press that button? Don't touch that dial! I don't know, maybe it's broken. So don't forget...
No, we lost a lot of people, then it came back.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe it was like you being a Wally Brain. I've completely forgotten what I was going to say. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, right, news! We have had updates that the Class 37s from Acura scale, very close to selling out. I think it's Lynn, the 242 Baldwin in 009 from Hellion is imminent. It's been reported that is now expected in the shops at some point. I think it's this week, end of this week. which means, oh, that little dip's disappeared. It was a counting error by YouTube.
No, it was lag.
Oh,
The
was it?
stream. Everyone's saying the stream lagged. Yeah,
Oh
sorry
yeah,
guys.
look, it's gone really choppy. I look like I'm on a video camera in the 1990s from
Unfortunately, that's probably something to do with the massive amount of water that's currently pouring down from the sky.
Kabul. Is it?
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, do we have a lot of videos?
I'm about to find out.
Well, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4 sent in whilst we were on air, actually, which is
Yeah,
really, really
which
nice.
is why I've opened this up to get everything set up.
But yeah, don't forget to share the stream. It really is important to get the word out. It's really, really hard to beat the algorithm, and we've been off for a week. So do share us out to Facebook groups and tickle the like button. And if you haven't already done so, then do consider subscribing to the stream. Right, M. Peter says, it sounds like I joined you at a good time. Soldering. Definitely. Right, so Friday's video, because I do lose my train of thought. It tends to derail and crash and burn quite easily.
I think it's the computer lagging, because, wow.
That is a jerky. Is it trying to do something in the background?
Probably.
But yes, Friday's video is really, really handy guide, and if you've watched my previous videos, you'll know that my soldering is really quite ropey, very messy, big blobs of solder. Now, not anymore.
Oh my
with a few simple tips.
I don't know if we can do videos with this going on. I don't know what... The moment I've brought this up to do the video stuff, it's lagged.
Really?
Yeah. I'm going to close this and see what happens. Okay.
Are we
Well, it'll take a sec. Straight back.
So what is it? Just you opening the browser?
Yeah.
Oh, how strange. But anyway, meanwhile, back at the ranch, we were talking about soldering. So basically, big hello to Adi Pullen, saying goodnight. You take care and see you next week, hopefully. But yeah, soldering. Meanwhile, back at the blooming ranch, soldering. Friday's video is an idiot's guide to being actually half decent at soldering. Really easy, and it's just the basics. But I was taught some simple tips within 10 minutes by a soldering Zen master, and I'm going to be sharing those with you. And to prove that I'd actually learned how to do it, I actually make, my own piece of track. That's right, and that's where I end up at the end of the video. So certainly, if you've really struggled with soldering, there's no need to be struggling. I've not even used a fancy pants soldering iron on this. I've used the same soldering iron which I've had for over 30 years. Didn't even replace or clean the tip, but with some simple tips, I actually became quite reasonable at soldering. So definitely do tune in for the Friday video. The Wednesday video as well, we've got a Trains Running by Bumper Edition using our little cube cam to enable us to do chase cams, ground level cams, and a big thank you actually to Sven from Trainomatic, who very generously sent the camera over.
Yeah, thank you.
I think it was last year, but certainly Sven, it has been the gift that keeps on giving, so thank you ever so much for that. James Pett says, I approve of soldering Zen masters.
Don't solder
Absolutely.
Zen masters.
No, but definitely. Right, so whatever the monkey just closed seems to have worked and freed up the stream.
Yeah.
We're having an issue with it must be Gmail.
Yeah.
Is it Gmail?
Which means I can't get the videos.
Unless you forward them to my Hotmail account, and then we open them from there.
I'm going to try again a little bit later on when we get closer to doing it. And we'll see what happens.
Oh yeah, sorry. Alex Dent says, "What the heck is a Wally brain?" It's an
insult that Jen likes to say to me. She thinks
it's an insult that's not a swear word. So it's like a almost like a slightly childish insult, but it sounds funny.
Yes, basically Jenny is calling me a fool. Which is a very, very bad thing for Jenny to do, considering that I do most of her videos for her.
But, as I proved today, I edited up a video and I did it in a fraction of the time that she does.
That's because I do it in a really special way.
Oh, God, I haven't got a handbag here. Right. Wigan Model Railway, really great to see you. Evening to you. Worthington Model Railway says, I did a video last week comparing new and old coronation class locos and coaches. Yes, I saw that. I believe you shared that to the Monday Club Facebook page. And don't forget, everybody, you can join the Monday Club Facebook group. And you can... Are you finished? Are you finished? Is there an off button on this?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
So what's this? Oh! What the hell just happened? What the? What?
The drill.
Is it?
It's the drill, and if you turn this bit here, when that's open, it moves the drill.
So how old are you?
You should never ask a lady her age.
Is it the same as your shoe size by any chance? Iron Horse Railways asks, does anyone know when diesel locos first started to be fitted with buffer beam mounted snow plows? I'm guessing fairly early on. Jerry
BVR has a very good question once you finish your answer.
I'm guessing fairly early on. I would expect that probably the LMS twins might have been the first ones in the UK, but certainly in America or Canada. I don't know if they had them sooner.
So, Jerry BVR says, since you call me a woolly brain, what does that make you, Jenny, since you married me?
Sympathetic. Jerry BVR, big hello to you. Underground Eric, great to see you as well. Probably not Eric, I don't know, you related? David J, big hello to you as well. Right. Leslie Gilpin says the Victorians had Wally birds, now highly collected property.
Wow.
Oh, I didn't know that. Clive Cobalt says, Jenny, the new Hellion Class 86O in rail blue with tops numbers should have had jumper leaves and boxes to work in pairs. Oh, interesting. Richard Swiderski, that's a fancy screwdriver. What's a fancy screwdriver?
At the end of Thunderbird 3.
Right. Underground Eric, and definitely not Eric, are not related, just in case anybody's wondering. MP Terrell L says, no buffers in the USA. Yeah, because you've got that sort of central... I want to say like a big life-size KD, but yeah, just don't do buffers.
Wow. Warp the production suggests that you are my carer. Yes, she cares, so I don't have to.
yes. Oh, I see what you did there.
It's a quote from Doctor Who.
Okay.
You, of course, wouldn't know because you don't watch the modern Doctor Who.
No, because everybody knows that Doctor Who ended in 1989 at the end of Survival.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
It went to sleep for a bit and then came back. Underground
Eric asks, Jenny, are you planning to visit Brent's again? I would absolutely love to. Ollie over at Wardle Road is hopefully going to sort that out. And also, I'm currently trying to persuade my father, who last Monday you saw his Garrett. I'm trying to persuade him to build a 5-inch gauge live steam locomotive. Now, that would be great. Of course, anybody who's wondering, Brent's is actually the private 5-inch gauge railway. We did a video there. And if you go over to Ollie's channel, Wardle Road, there's a lot of videos, some great video content showing him with... he's actually got a new steam locomotive. He's come on in leaps and bounds. And I know even Cottesmore has got in on the act by buying a locomotive. But yes, I really do want to get down there again. And if I can persuade my father... And the aim is to do a King scale standard class 4 tank locomotive so that we can paint it up to match the livery of the Hornby 00 standard class 4 tank locomotive 80054 in lined BR early crest black, just for old time's sake. So that is the plan ultimately. What do you do? No. Stop that now. That's too silly. Right. Probably not Eric says, next stream, can you run one of your 440s? If you have an American, that would be even better. I'm afraid the only US outline locomotive I've got is an Ulco PA A and B unit. That is the only American locomotive that I own, unfortunately. But I do have a lot of 440s. Let's see, I could field a Midland Pullman. I will also have the Southeastern and Chatham Railway D class. I've got a couple of Hornby Schools class locomotives, also some great 440s there. And I've got a D11 Butler Henderson. There's another 440. I think that's all my 440s. There's probably another one somewhere that I've forgotten about. But certainly, yeah, we can probably field a full complement of 440s.
So Larry Rogers says, finally made it here. And I believe we have a traditional response for this.
A Monday clubber is never late, Frodo Baggins, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
Yes.
So there we are.
Yes, it's like when Chuck Norris turns up late for a meeting, everybody apologises for being inconsiderately early. Yeah.
So we've got 5 minutes or so, and then we'll start with the videos, and we'll see whether everything slows down this time.
Right. Let's have a look. Underground Eric says, yeah, me and Ollie are there most weeks. I've done a lot of vids there too. I'm sure if you were available, it would be no problem. Would love to. It would tend to be a Sunday thing, to be honest with you, because unfortunately I still work on Saturdays.
I'm sure you could take a day off.
Oh, I don't know. The boss was like, you want a holiday? How dare you? Railway Music Lover says,
I'm sure he's lovely.
Railway Music Lover says, I'm an N2 1744, the GCR one, which sound chip would suit it most. I'm guessing that if you want an off-the-shelf one that's already out there, the N7 might be the closest. But in all honesty, I'm sure that somebody... it's not Lego Man Biffo, because he does all the diesel ones, but there's somebody else I got the Garrett sound file from, who I believe works closely with Lego Man Biffo, who has, basically, you name the locomotive, they will have a sound file for that specific locomotive. So,
Larry the Locomotive.
Oh.
You asked me to name one, so I did.
You
I
can't
could
make
name another
up.
one as well, Frank.
Alan Harding says, the Martin brothers made the Wally Birds tobacco jars worth thousands of pounds.
My
Wow.
goodness. I'm going to have to look up what a Wally Bird is now.
Yes,
I have
you
a
are.
feeling that I've seen one.
You probably have. Whamgok says, received my LMS Jubilee Salon over the weekend. Brilliant loco, a 21-pin decoder being fitted soon. Is that the one that's in the experimental green? It's like a slightly more lime-coloured green, and with British Railways spelt out on the tender. I must admit that is definitely one, which I would love to get if I could afford it.
It's like a Toby jug for birds.
Oh, a Wally Bird.
So we have seen it. And the name is from the guy who made it, Wallace.
Oh, yes, of course.
A Wallace Wally Bird.
Yeah.
Right.
Railway Music Lover says, cool, thanks, Jenny. Absolutely welcome. Josh's Railway Adventures, big hello to you. Ben Teller says, do they have a sound file for either the engine? I don't know, but theoretically it should be possible to record your own sound file. Excuse me. And I do know that, and I cannot repeat what it actually sounds like, but the boss at work recorded a sound file for a Thomas the Tank Engine, and it was a bit sweary. So basically they gave their Batman model Thomas a voice, and it was very sweary. But he is an Aussie, so that's normal over there. Sue at Putnam Junction, hi to you. Oh, and also we've got the Growler Blackwood N-gauge layout, really great to see you. David, it's My Model Railway, really great to see you as well. And Jay says, heard of a Dolly Bird, but never a Wally Bird. Right, so you're sorting out, just keep an eye on whether it goes laggy, lag.
Yeah.
But yes, definitely,
It
Farmer
seems to be
Chairman
working
One
a bit
says,
better
hit
now.
that like button, subscribe, and share, folks. Absolutely. Don't forget, liking is a really great way of showing your appreciation for the channel. And sharing, too, is a great way of helping the channel to grow. Let's have a look. What do we got? Clive Cobalt says, Jenny, Hornby have put back the Class 87 Owen Intercity Executive livery to May 2022.
Can't blame
and
them.
that does also mean that we're going to be looking at a 10% price increase at the end of the month, I believe. Now, Hornby have already, as we outlined before, set out the reasons for this as partly the increase in transport costs, cost of raw materials, and also cost of labour from China. It's going to get worse before it gets better, and it's not just affecting Hornby. They may be the first to come clean and actually just be quite honest about this, but mark my words, there will be price rises from pretty much all of the other manufacturers.
To be honest with you, it's inevitable. Hornby are going big enough to take the backlash from people saying, "Oh, you shouldn't do this," but at the end of the day, it's going to happen.
Yeah, and I know that some companies have tried to absorb some of the price rises, but they can only do that to a point.
Yeah.
And things like the MPD from DCC Concepts is actually, it's a product that has been on the market before some time ago, and it has come back on the market at a higher price, and that is because of all of the increased costs. It's not because somebody's gone, should we just make more money? It doesn't work like that. At the end of the day, the company's probably making less money than they were last time it came out at a lower price. And that, unfortunately, is the reality. We're going to see that coming through, not just for model railways, but you're looking at white goods, electronics, all these sort of things. Now, the biggest problem is going to be that processor shortage that we also touched upon. And I have heard that some of the major decoder manufacturers are quite simply going to run out of stock. So watch this space. It is definitely going to get worse before it gets better. And I'm not going to name the company. I will wait for them to announce it. But I have been told that one particular manufacturer of, in particular, big manufacturer of decoders. No, it is not DCC Concepts, before anybody asks, because we have actually bulk bought in advance a lot of processors. But there is one major manufacturer who has started pulling advertising because there isn't going to be a product to advertise. They simply don't have the means to make it past September this year. So watch this space.
It is the 90s again with the memory and processor shortages.
If you remember, yeah, I mean, for those of you old enough, computers, and it's probably about 1998, late 1998, what happened there was that there was a particular group of factories in, was it China or Korea, that made the memory chips.
Yeah, I believe it was Korea, and there was like an earthquake or something.
There was a huge earthquake which destroyed a lot of these factories, and overnight it became almost impossible to get computer memory. And I remember the prices in a matter of 2 weeks went from, I can remember you used to be able to pay, I mean, like, bear in mind this is the 90s, so when the prices sound horrific for what you get, that's just what it was in the 90s. But I remember 128 megabytes was £60 on the first week, and it was about £600 within 2 weeks. And that's simply what happened. And I think that we are going to be looking at something akin to that.
Now, the Growler has a very good point here. Good advert to remain on DC.
That train is never late.
To be honest with you, though, if there's an issue with getting chips and you are thinking of moving over to DCC, well, it takes a while to get all of your rolling stock DCC chipped. So if you're thinking of starting, perhaps maybe get 1 or 2 as a test, but consider keeping the majority of your layout on DC just for now until this problem's over. Because it won't last forever.
It's like, there's this sort of, it's one of these things when somebody asks a question on an internet forum, and there's always, that train is never late. Oh, well, you should stay on DC, or you should go to DCC, it is the future. And each have advantages and disadvantages. But, you know, it's, what I'm saying is that this is going to affect, we're talking about Ford and General Motors have already announced that their car production is going to be severely curtailed towards the end of this year because they can't get the processors which they need for the modules that go into cars. And you think, a company with the buying power of General Motors or Ford, if they can't get these chips to make what they want, where do smaller scale companies stand on that? It's just, no. Shanghai 264359, big hello to you. Says the Chinese stuff is also now coming into a non-EU country, so there's probably a levy on the goods which didn't exist before we left the EU. I don't think that's the case.
I'm pretty sure that the EU doesn't have a trade deal with China.
No, as far as I'm aware, they don't.
So
there is no
change
whatsoever on that front.
Probably not. Eric says, wish you guys had a Discord. Be cool to be able to send our own photos of our models. We have a Facebook group where you can share your layout pictures and model pictures, so you could join that. We don't have a Discord because, to be honest with you, neither of us have the time to properly patrol it, and we don't want it to become a haven of problems. So we've stayed away from that. However, you can send photographs and videos of your own layouts only, because copyright issues, we can't just show anything. But you can send photos and videos as a link, please, to zoe@zoerobinson.com. Don't send actual videos because they won't get through.
Brian Stone says, evening all, interesting chat tonight. Absolutely. And Peter Dignan says, I'm waiting for DCCCC.
DCCC on the seashore.
Can I just say that there is a paradigm shift in DCC coming, and that's all I will say. Right, Egg Rider says, I think the 90s chip shortage was due to the Kobe earthquake in Japan in 1995.
That sounds about right.
No, it was 1998 that it happened, because I remember where I was at the time. I was in second year of university.
Actually, you might be right, yes,
so
because I was reading PC magazines.
Yeah, 1998. Yeah. So there was definitely because of an earthquake.
Okay, so the first videos that we've got are actually photos from Charles Gibbs. He says, thank you for kindly sharing some close-up photos of Wesley Tor last week. Here, well, it'll be the week before now. Here are 3 more photos that might be of interest to our friends on a Monday evening. So we've got 3 photos here, which I'm going to bring up. And my goodness, his photographic quality is amazing.
Oh, right. Yeah. We should press the button. So we're going over to the first of your models.
Oh my goodness! Look at the quality of that. It looks real. The shading.
It's the
shading,
light,
weathering.
well.
I mean,
the light.
The light is great, but the weathering above that shed where the steam is coming out.
Yeah. But no, the lighting is really good. It does show how well lighting does for your models. Gareth Davies, big hello to you, says, what happened to last week's Monday Club? We took a week off, which is why
Jenny
we showed the special
tired.
video. Basically, we'd been on the go for over 18 months non-stop. And essentially, it was just simply a case of, we thought, let's just have a week off.
Yeah. And then
that's that's a Brighton Atlantic, I believe.
Probably not. Eric says copyright issues. Do you expect people to sue you for a GIF of a model train? No, but if we were using, if we were doing a show of a video of a channel that we hadn't been sent the video from, and it wasn't someone that we knew was all right showing it, then they could make a claim, and they would be justified in doing it.
Yeah, it's just, and also it's just
politeness. Yeah. It's manners. So we don't try to interfere with other people. Oh my goodness, look at that.
Oh, that's a 700 Blackberry. That is actually really
looks
nice.
Real.
Wow, that is an incredible picture.
Guys, I'm not joking here. If someone had shown me that as a photo, I'd have thought that was real. That
is really, really nicely
done.
That
is amazing.
Yeah, really impressed with that.
Wow.
So, was it just the 3 pictures?
Just the 3. That is fantastic.
That is.
Can you jump back so I can?
Yeah, I can.
Thank you.
So, thank you ever so much
thank
for
you
that.
So much.
Harry Van Wyk says, hello from South Africa. Big hello to you. Hope I find you well.
Yeah, so thank you very much there, Charles Gibbs.
South Africa, I think you were in the same time zone as us as well, even though you're many thousands of miles away, because it's like...
Yeah, almost straight down.
Yeah. Simon Train says that T9 is awesome. I thought it was a 700 class. Manthony 1956, great photos, absolutely. Dongit's Model Railway says creative use of vertical stacking walls from old Hornby engine sheds on the side there. I did spot that. And really impressive use for what a lot of people would consider as being toy-like. It just shows that you can turn a toy into something amazing.
Yes.
Jerry BVR says, fantabulous pics. Absolutely.
So next video that we've got is from Tim's Model Railway. And I'm just trying to bring that up on screen now. Hopefully we haven't started to lag again.
There's a lot of people loving that use of the old Hornby engine shed.
Yeah,
stacked up.
it's
and
really
it
good.
actually surprisingly good to the point where I'm thinking you can probably pick them up very, very cheaply second hand.
Oh.
So it's you know that, and this is why we do this, because I think there's some great ideas out there that are so worth sharing.
Exactly, and like I say almost every time, it doesn't matter how long you've been doing this, you can always find a new idea of a way to use some old stuff.
Yeah.
Now
Right.
this is from Tim's Model Railway.
Underground Ernie, that takes me back.
My Bachmann Underground Ernie Victoria with a test run of it. That is
Victoria.
wow. Look at it's kind of creepy. The way it's looking at us, it's kind of
Do
creepy.
the eyes move when it's run? When
I
it
don't
runs?
know. That I wonder if they light up. Oh my goodness!
I know that the motor bogies underneath these, when all the stock was remaindered, was used as a very, very cheap source of motive power for scratch build locos. Blairgowrie Forest Railway Andrew Johnson says we're in the same time zone during the UK summer.
Aha, right.
Dongit's Mother Rose says I have 3 in a box I figured there was no use for. But yeah, exactly. I look at it and think, you know what? That was a really great effect. It's something that is well worth looking into. By the
There's
way,
a lot of TARDISes in this.
oh, I was going to say that. Oh, you beat me to it.
I knew what you were gearing up for. So I had to
Logan
jump
Clary says unpopular opinion alert. Woo! Woo! Warning! Warning! Controversial post! Warning! Says all steam engines look the same.
Ooh, that's fighting words round here, aren't they?
Controversial.
That's fighting words
And
round here.
Skipsy Train says yes, the eyes move on the underground Ernie stock, making them even creepier. Probably not. Eric says I wish I had a Facebook, but it's kind of a risk. Would love to show you that digital 440 I made. I painted it red, white, black, and gold. Named her Olivier, strong as the real one. Oh.
Like I say, you can send a photo.
Big hello to Alex Dent.
Here it goes.
Ben Tull that says
Now
Big
it's running.
TARDIS. Yeah, and there's one of the engine sheds. Anybody wondering what the engine sheds look like?
Of
That
course,
was
yeah.
one of the engine sheds. And I do like that Great Northern and Southern Railway pannier tank, the one from the Railway Children.
This underground Ernie, it's a big one compared to some of the other stuff.
Yeah,
there.
they were done to kind of a strange size, really. Tim's Model Railway in different videos says, thank you for showing my video. You're absolutely welcome.
Absolutely.
Dongit's Model Railway says, not all steam locos look the same. Occasionally they build one the wrong way round. A cab forward. Yeah, they were usually, I know that, was it the Santa Fe or the Union Pacific had some in particular regions where there was a lot of tunnels with gradients. They built steam locomotives with the cab at the front so that the crew wouldn't be gassed by the exhaust as it went through these really tight tunnels.
Can't blame them for that. That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's quite a Thomas the Tank Engine collection there.
Tim does love his Thomas the Tank Engine. We see
Yeah.
a lot of
Do,
those.
do, 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 do. And there's that engine shed again. I was just that was inspired, those last pictures.
Yes, I think it really
But there,
was.
the panniers. I do quite like the panniers and some of the interesting liveries that they carried, other than GWR.
It's a
and
really
VR.
chunky model.
Yeah, it's a chunky monkey.
Chunky monkey.
Chunky monkey. Yeah,
chunky
and
monkey.
Leslie Gilpin, absolutely. If the model, was it the Murdoch, is anything to go by, don't lose those models, Tim. They'll be valuable soon, definitely.
It's a weird look. It's got massive cheeks. That's what it is. It's got massive jowly cheeks.
It's like you, isn't it?
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely welcome. Right. James Pett says, I approve of not being gassed.
I think most
It's
people
funny,
would.
actually. When you sit here, sometimes it's a bit tricky, especially when she's had a curry.
Well, thank you very
Logan
much for that,
Clary
Jen.
says, of course I know a duck when I see one. And yeah, you like to smuggle them, don't you?
Are you finished?
I'm sorry, I just, are you sure you didn't put alcohol in this?
No.
I might have a Southern Comfort after when we go down. Incidentally, if you're wondering why we're glistening, it is quite hot up here.
It is. It's boiling. We've got air conditioning fans.
Well, it's like cheapy. We've got my redneck air conditioning's completely melted. It was a bottle of ice to start with. And
So next up for the videos we have Nathan Appleby Drains, Manholes and Sewage, Passengers and Grab Rails on Steam Railcar by J. Paul Anderson, whom I believe
J.
is a
Paul
regular
Anderson.
to the...
Definitely,
to the
with
chat.
some very, very stunning dioramas.
So if you want to jump on
yeah,
that,
yeah, we are.
it
J94
is,
says,
well.
"Never mind, I'm back again. Sorry about that." No, you're absolutely welcome. I don't know. I don't know what you're being sorry about. I didn't see anything. Mel's says, "J94, have a good night." Oh right, sorry, you were heading off, and then
Look at that.
probably not. Eric says, "I love the fact there was a video of."
Oh my god. Jen.
What? Oh, that is not.
Yeah, actual sewers.
Cool.
That is so well done.
It's saying about. I love the fact there was a video of Hitler in her recommended. I don't. YouTube
Oh,
just
that
recommends.
was... it's all kind... No.
Was that the deep fake thing?
Yes, it's a deep fake.
Do you not need to press return on that to put the link in?
Yes, I do.
So there's the link. Yeah, Southern Pacific Railroad had cab forwards. And I vaguely remember. Oh, so it actually goes right down.
I told you, it's an actual sewer. He's got... On the side, there's a hole on the...
As he showed us in the
There.
hole. Oh, there we go.
That is so well done. That...
Hold on. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's actually a really great idea.
It's a brilliant idea.
Yeah. Oh, that is really good.
See, again, little things like... I wouldn't have thought to do something like that. But if you want full realism and all kinds of options, then...
Oh, I
you
like
do.
that rail car. Has
That
that
is
almost
good.
Irish look to it, and it's really, really nice. Or is it something like a Sentinel steam rail car? Really nice. Egg Rider says you can walk through the old Coombe Down railway tunnel in Bath, which unfortunately did
Look at
gas
those.
some steam loco crews in the past due to adequate
And
venting.
what are they on the back? Are they... They're little artillery guns?
Yeah, it's a kind of a wartime layout. I do love the
Yeah.
bridge. The detail on the brickwork on that bridge is really quite nice.
Skipsy saying says, is this the Mistrons?
This
Probably
is
not,
the
Eric says.
voice of the-
I so wish you
it's
could
the
hide
thing-
wires in there.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah, you could.
Hide what?
Wires.
What,
You
the
could put the
sewer?
wiring into your thing and make it completely portable, because the wiring is actually inside the layout.
Well, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do with portable
You
layouts.
don't. You leave the wires hanging out the
No.
bottom.
That
I've seen you do it.
No. Let me speak. What's that an impression of?
You.
To the battle pub.
I've seen the way you wired up mini potatoes. All the
Yeah.
wires are underneath hanging down.
I need to actually put a base on that. Simon Train says, think that's a Northeastern Railway autocar. It might be actually. Yeah, you're absolutely. I think you're right. Blair Gowrie, Forest Railway, Andrew Johnson says, lovely idea, the sewer, fantastic. Actually, I'm looking around, I'm thinking maybe I should put a sewer in and we'll have a little cameo of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles eating
That would be
pizza.
so funny.
Well, there you go, there's a project for you, and I will mount it underneath the layout somewhere with lighting. Yeah?
Okay. So
Right.
next up we have from Garthian, and he's got a message that I'm going to read out before we go to it. This is a link to my latest Statford video, which is the photos and videos from this last weekend, where we celebrated the belated 150th birthday of the humble quarry Hunslet, which started as 3 locomotives for the Dinoric slate quarries in... is that Llanberis?
Llanberis, yeah.
That's what I said. In
Yeah,
1870, and eventually had quite a number built in various classes, from the basic Alice class to the 3 mainline engines of the Penryn Quarry Railway, of which Linda and Blanche are now resident on the Festiniog Railway, while Charles resides at Penryn Castle Museum in the condition he was left in as he left the railway. Right.
Wow. And don't forget as well, by the way, people, we've got 260 in watching at the moment, but only 149 likes, and 4 people who turned up specifically to say, so
One of those was before it even started.
Yes.
Don't
So,
wanna finish.
yeah, so big hello to Dave there. Nice to see you taking the trouble. Yeah, don't forget to tickle that like button. What else we got? So I did. Ben Tullett says the sewer is a great detail. I'm actually really
is.
loving it.
It's great.
Redditch Model Railway Club had a representation of a model railway in a shed on one of their layouts.
Oh, that
Which is like,
brilliant.
it's very meta. Especially if you made a model of the model in the model. Ben Tullett, hit the like button.
Actually, I have seen someone do that. And
was there a model of the model in the model on the
no,
model?
it was a model railway that had a model railway in it because it was like a massive scale model railway with a really, really small scale in it. And on the model railway was just like a piece of plastic that it painted trains onto, and it just went round in a circle.
Yeah. I saw a model of somebody made a model. It was a toy shop, and in the window was a model toy train layout.
That is brilliant.
And they had it on a motor, and they carved the top of a drinking straw, which turned around in the groove, and to look like a train was how they done it. So it actually moved.
I think that's the best thing you could do.
James Pett says there's an XKCD cartoon about infinite regress model railways. And
there's an XKCD cartoon about most things.
Yeah. So Clive's heading off. So look, you take care, Clive. It's been great to see you. Clive Cobalt says, guys, I have to go now. See you all next week. All being well, please stay safe and well, guys. And goodbye for now. Look, you take care as well. And thanks for joining us tonight. Oh, Britomart as well, which was from the quarry that was off the Welsh Highland Railway. Some interesting photographing ideas.
Yes, although you have to crystal ball.
You have to travel around with a crystal ball, though, which is a bit weird. Logan Clary says TARDIS near trucks.
Yep.
Which trucks?
Over there.
Oh, yeah.
So here we are, and I'm going to press return to send the link. Sending link in 5.
Skipsy Train says
3.
The model village at God's Hill, Isle of Wight, has a model of the model village, which contains a model of the model of the model village, etc.
That is
fantastic. That is so meta. And actually, Statfold Barn is a great day out. We were lucky enough, we were invited down there by Garthian during the brief respite from the mega lockdown last year, and we thoroughly enjoyed ourselves. And actually, I'd really love to go again.
Oh, I'd love to as well.
Oh God, that is shiny.
1956 has a brilliant idea. Has anyone developed a holograph program for people waiting at station platforms? Great effect to have passengers moving in and out of trains, especially at train shows.
Well, then
holographic technology could do that.
Yeah. You shared that picture with your parents of the train that looks like it's coming out of the building.
Oh yes.
Do you have to stand in a specific spot for that?
Well, to get the best effect, yes, most likely. But yeah, because because that's quite high up in a building. That would have a rather wide angle of possibilities. But yeah, holographic tech. So project it down. I bet you could do it. I bet you could do people walking around and hanging out.
It'll come in time. I mean, let's face it. Things like sound in locomotives was, the sound that we have now and the lighting
I'm going to
effects
look into that because
would have seemed like witchcraft in like 1980.
Because I've got a holographic TARDIS.
Thomas says good night, Jenny and Zoe. You take care. It's been great having your company.
And it looks like it's flying around. But it's not. It's all just done with mirrors. I bet we could do it. Do it. Mirrors and perhaps...
Oh, have we got some kind of issue?
Buffering issue. Gonna jump on a bit.
There we are. Oh, smoky. Lee D. Holden says, at York Model Rail Show a few years ago, an O-gauge layout had a garden model layout in N-gauge. I have seen people use smaller gauges to actually do things like ride-on trains, things like that. Flymo Chairman 1 says, that sounds great, Blackberry Forest Railway, Andrew Johnson. That would be good to get the youngsters to look at the trains too. Nice. What?
Here's another thing. Remember on the Great Model Railway Challenge, one of the other teams from
the archaeological dig, and they had aliens and all sorts.
Not just that. The concert.
Oh, yes. Actually,
which they just put a fawn into the model.
Yeah, and there's some very innovative ideas, things you could do. So if you had, like, for example, an old iPhone, you could use that for it. Yeah. Plug it into the power and build it in.
Yeah. I bet we could do it. Yes, the Shinjuku Cat billboard in Tokyo. Yes, that's...
Yes.
I love the Shinjuku Cat, but there's another one of the train, and I think it's either the same place or somewhere near. And it's just fun.
Is that another set of rails on the right, completely hidden in the grass?
Yeah.
Is that that's the one that the tram runs on.
It might well be.
Yeah, do you remember we went on the double deck train?
Yes, because we were on it. Yeah.
Probably not. Eric has returned. Welcome back. Lee D. Holden says that York model. Oh, sorry, I already read that one out. Sorry. Right.
I wonder. I bet we could, if you used an iPhone with a reversed video and a mirror, you could project a hologram. And that would be amazing.
Yeah, certainly one worth thinking about.
For a model railway at a model exhibition, you'd have to have people at the right angle to really get the full effect. But I bet you could do it. I bet you could do it.
That's one of the Isle of Man locomotives. But thank you very much for that, Warbler. It's been
that was great. Really
don't forget to tickle the like button, and also don't forget as well.
Have you pressed the button?
Yes, I have. And also don't forget that the Jenny Monday Club wagon is still available, and we've got merchandise. If you look down below in the description, you can find yourself t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, stickers, and the books are still available. And of course, the Monday Club wagon orders being fulfilled by Rails of Sheffield. But do hurry on the Monday Club wagon because they are selling out quickly. I believe that they're due sooner rather than later. I don't have a specific date. I was told Q3, and I think it's going to be the beginning of Q3 by the look of things. So do get your orders in to avoid being disappointed. Other things going on, the D classes are still getting post out from Rails of Sheffield. A number of the different liveries are already sold out. They're selling incredibly well. I do have one on its way. It didn't arrive in time to be filmed for a review this week, but it will be our Wednesday review next week. I've been really looking forward to it. We'll be doing a full DCC fitting guide on that. We've got the introduction easy peasy soldering for beginners on Friday. We've got some really great trains running footage on Wednesday. Right, Ben Tullett says, I've seen a cool model on the American retailer Menards, which is a UFO trying to abduct a cow. Shame no one ships these working models to the UK. Actually, there was
I want
one
to see that.
I think it was. I think Ken Patterson showed it on What's Neat this week, which was it's a thing that you can add into your model, which is all these little hens like pecking around, and it does it using magnets. And you build it in, and actually it does look very effective. I'm sure it was Ken Patterson that did the video on it. Thank you ever so much, Flymer Chairman 1. You are an absolute star.
I think we've got another one here.
Oh, right.
Are you ready? Short, from Shanghai 264359.
Oh, excellent.
So
My
we
interpretation of the
great.
Accurascale KUA nuclear flask carrier train.
And this is a short one, so it's going to be very quick.
Hit play. And also, don't forget that the Accurascale 37 is also selling out in certain liveries. So if you want a model of that, then do get your order in quickly. They are selling out quickly. And Rapido Trains has brought out an awful lot of HO scale stuff. And they too are coming out, but sold out at Rapido Trains. So do keep a lookout for them as well. Now, big.
Right,
so you got the
this layout.
So it's like barrier coaches, front and rear, topped and tailed.
Yeah.
Really great building with the scenery, and this is the one with the very innovative hidden Gauge Master controller.
Oh yes, it is. David Scott says, I'd love to see a UFO abducting animals on a model railway layout. I bet you could do it.
Yeah.
If we got if we built a UFO and just had like a few cows on fishing wire, and occasionally had the motor kind of pull one of them up with a few flashing lights, that would be great. In fact, that would be an interesting project for a monkey build.
What, we could have it somewhere up on Jablite Mountain?
Yeah. I bet we could do
thank
that.
you very much for sending that in. The Accurascale
brilliant.
KUA nuclear flask wagons are incredible models. Don't forget you can check out my full review of those. Whilst they're sold out, I believe, at Accurascale, they are still available through a number of retailers. So Faxley Models definitely has them, and I believe that Rails of Sheffield still have a few left as well. Richard Swiderski says those moving hens are made by a German company. Actually, that's one which I really must look out for. I do like the idea of them, like pecking chickens. I'm not sure where I would put them. Probably over there.
Yeah, you've
I
got a
think that'd
big
be
green
really, really
space. You could
nice.
have some pecking chickens.
Right, thank you very much, Flymo Chairman 1. Brilliant. Sharing the link. Really
Thank
on
you.
message. Great. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Timothy Kynard says, good video. James Pett says, how about a UFO abducting sheep so that the aliens can make scarves and socks? All aliens need socks. I approve of that. And he also says it's probably chilly in space too. Oh, definitely.
Well, yes, in space, no one can see you shiver.
Yeah, amongst other things.
So I just had to add that in. So what we've got here is we've got a bit of a message from Charlie.
Okay.
So he's border's still closed between Canada and the US, and it's getting restrictive. But postage is getting bad as well. He's been sending stuff around, and the postage is going up and up. So now, sometimes when you're sending things, the cost of postage is the same as the cost of the item.
Yes, and I've seen that as well. DCC Concepts have had to revise a lot of their postage overseas simply because that's what they're getting charged. They charge postage at cost, and it's just become astronomical to post to some countries.
So what we've got here is Charlie doing a how-to video on how to switch out some plastic
Did
wheels.
you check the sound levels?
Yeah, for some replacement ones from Hattons. And I'm not going to show the whole thing because it's as if I bring this up, it's a 15-minute video. But I think it's going to be something worth
right, so
seeing.
this is replacing the wheels with new metal wheels.
So I think this is going to be something worth seeing. So I'm going to put the link into I've put the link for everything into the chat, but I'll do that now for this. And it's like I say, it's a 16-minute video, so I think it'll be well worth taking a look at.
And it's something that actually I did a video on. It's
You
a
did,
really
yes.
great way of upgrading older, cheaper coaches.
Yeah, especially if you're linking it with lights and pickups.
Flymo Chairman 1 says, good night, J. Juju. Keep well out there. Absolutely. It's been great having your company.
I'm going to skip this on,
Richard
see if we've got
Swiderski
any-
says, think it's Fowler for the moving hens. I must look into that, actually. It did look like a really
Do
interesting
we get to
thing.
see him running? He hasn't got anything to run, but he has got another product coming in. Is that... Oh, it's a magazine, right. So he's talking about the
for
magazine.
hands. But it's
Fair
like,
enough.
well, we say, do go and check out all of the videos in the links. And it's please send in links to your videos as well. We always enjoy seeing what you guys are up to. You can also share stuff on the Jenny Monday Club Facebook group. We really welcome people sharing videos on the YouTube channels and such like, and also on your builds as well. But look, thanks very much for that. We've put the link in the description.
I think that would be one.
Definitely one to check out and watch.
Yeah, a lot of Charlie's videos I sent in are fascinating and how he does certain things. So yeah. Okay, we have one final video.
Oh gosh, crikey, it's gone quick tonight.
Yeah.
Crikey, that's
It really has. Tonight has gone so quick. Having that break was well worth it, I think.
Which break?
The break we had last week. For you to
Yeah,
take
yeah.
a week off and just recharge your batteries.
We do need that Billy's Replacement Speakers T-shirt. I think.
When guys, the reason that we haven't had an awful lot, and the reason that Jenny's actually edited the video for Wednesday, is simply because I managed to damage my hand. I was doing some drawings to make a cartoon, and I actually felt the tendons in my hand go twang. So yeah, it's a bit of an issue at the moment. So
actually, a Billy's Replacement Speakers sticker might be a good start. Test the water with it.
Yeah, I can make
Test the volume.
To be honest with you, yes, I think that would be a great thing. I'd love to do like the other thing I would really want to do is Melchester sent it. Well, I'll have a look at that in a moment. What I really want to do is some decals. And I found out that if you have a laser print, a photo printer, you can get decal photo paper. So you can make your own stuff, and I'm thinking, well, we'll give it a try. Probably not. Eric says you guys look the same. Oh my goodness! How many times have we had people say that? It's like,
they
are
think
you
we're
sisters?
sisters.
It's like, no, we're married.
You look nothing like me. When I look at you, I just see I see Wally.
Well, thank you. So what
You're welcome.
As our final video, well, the second, we'll have a look at Melchester's if I can find it in the thing. It's from Lee Holden, and it's Model Railway 23 LMS Special.
Ooh,
so it's a short one. We'll have a look.
Okay,
and if
make
anybody
it
up-
full screen.
Here we go.
And Oh, with the Hornby four-wheel coaches there. They're the Great Northern Railway, the LNER ones. And also the Coronation. Well, it's the Princess Coronation class and Streamline. Two of them. One in blue, one in the maroon. Really, really eye-catching liveries, it has to be said. Ridgeway Park 00. I would like to turn a carriage into a disco party coach to amuse my granddaughter.
Oh, I can
Any
imagine
ideas?
that.
Now, interestingly...
We have seen that, haven't we?
Now, interestingly enough, there are a number of different lighting effects you can make decoders do.
Yeah.
And if you, for example, fitted, say, a 6-function decoder, you could have LED lights on each of the 6 functions and have them set to play different random lighting effects. Now, DCC decoders in the main actually have the means to set up Mars lights, strobe lights, all manner of different flashing light effects, and if you combine all 6 of those within a coach with different colour LEDs, boom, there's your party coach.
Yeah. Wow, this is a big layout. Look at the size of it.
It's really
Just
fun,
keeps going
actually.
further and further back.
There's a lot of blue Pullman units in there as well. But there's a lot of track work there, a lot of routes that the trains can take.
Okay, Ham Shackleton says, how about some double-O gauge posters for Billy's replacement speakers? Yes, I was talking to Jen about something like this.
What, for people's like billboards?
Yes, a set of in-scale billboards. We'll make them available as cheap as we can because we want people to be able to enjoy these things. And like Billy's replacement speakers, cupboard monkey cereal. Have you got a monkey in your cupboard? That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Visit luxurious weir yard. That kind of thing. Yes, Mantony 1956. There's a guy on YouTube that restores Matchbox vehicles and he uses that printer for decals. Yeah, apparently this stuff's been around for ages and I just didn't know about it, so I really want to experiment
we've
with
got
this.
to get this stuff, get it going, dude.
Yeah, because we've got a photo printer.
Have we?
Yeah, the scanner that we've got is a photo printer.
It might need a bit of a clean.
Well, probably does, but I think it's worth a try, and it'll be really great. Just imagine that we've got this. We've got the wagon with the tag on the side. I couldn't remember what the word was.
Well, actually, is it funny?
Imagine doing stuff like that, like Jenny was here, that kind of thing.
Stephen Cameron says, "How about a Billy's replacement speakers wagon?" And I think that
we have considered this, haven't we?
Yeah, it's being considered. Right, what we've got to remember is that the only thing is I've got to sell an entire production run.
That is the problem, yeah.
So I think what we'll do is we'll start off with something like a sticker that you can stick to things.
Yeah.
And if that proves really popular, we'll build it up from there.
Yeah.
But yeah, never say never. Ham Shackleton says, yeah, it's been suggested, but the initial outlay is crippling. The cost of commissioning, for example, the Monday Club wagon, you're talking about the price of a small budget car, brand new, is what you have to commit to. It's a lot of money.
She used our family savings to do this, and then told me.
But look on the bright side. Well, at least we get loads of great Acura scale wagons for it. But look, right, anyway, I'm noticing that we're coming up on 5
We
past,
have.
so we're going to have to round things off. So,
we have one more to show. I'm enjoying this. This is great. I'm loving the colours. The size of this layout is amazing. And I have shown it. So if you could jump back, I'll try and find that one from Anthony because it's to do with tonight. Oh my goodness, jump back. Look at the castle.
Okay, look at the castle.
That is really nice. Is that a kit?
Metcalf.
Is that Metcalf kit that people are using all the time?
Yep.
Excuse
Good,
me.
isn't it?
Jen, we need to get that.
And there's the pannier in the Great Northern and Southern Railway livery from the Railway Children.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Billy's replacement speakers Ford Transit van. Now that would actually be a better choice. If we could make a transit van.
That might be a really nice idea. Yeah, I'll talk with Oxford. Rail.
That
what
would
it
be
may
great.
be is that we effectively need people to commit to it in advance. So you may find that
we'll have to see.
Effectively you have to pay up front is the only way we can do it to guarantee
like a crowdfunding thing. We'll do a Kickstarter.
Oh yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we have Okay, we have 2 more videos. Jenny, can we go on a little bit longer?
Okay, but it is very hot in here, and I'm starting to burn up.
Okay, this is the Beatles wagon.
Mm-hmm.
So let's bring this up if I can.
Ooh.
Let's see.
One of my biggest fans.
Here we are. Whoa! Oh my goodness.
Actually,
So this is from White Wall Wheels 1 Hardcore MOH.
oh yeah, this is
And it's Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends with Beatles' new wagons.
okay. Make it full screen. But
I'm trying to bring it up, but it's just... Okay.
Blairgowrie Forest Railway Andrew Johnson suggests rather than making a Billy replacement speaker's wagon, why not make a container to go on a wagon? It's certainly something I could think about.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think who I'd go to. Let me have a think about it. I do like the idea of the Ford Transit.
Oh my goodness.
Really,
I love this layout.
Yeah, so much fun packed into such a small space.
Yeah, Iron Horse Railway says the Billy's replacement speaker's van would look great parked outside the model building that he made for it. Which I believe he's made that available.
Excellent.
As a download and print.
I think you need to do that as a monkey see, monkey build.
Well, that's why he sent me the links. That I have to get new ink for the printer so I can do it.
Woo.
Here we go. That little.
The air is hot. That's blowing at me.
Yeah, I bet it is.
Look.
Oh.
We all live in a yellow submarine.
We're getting a copyright strike.
A copyright strike. Help! I need to stop this. Help! Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club. Anyway, to be honest,
so good.
if we get a copyright strike for my singing, then I'd be honest. There's something.
To be honest, you're more likely to get a slap.
Yeah. I see what you did there. See what you did.
You open up your emails and it goes, no!
This big hand comes out the screen and goes, whoosh.
You see, this is why I love the show.
Yeah.
We come here because we all have something that we're interested in.
Take care, Hythe Kent. It's been great having you.
But we all hang out because of the jokes.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Dongit's Model Railway suggests C rail for a container. I'm going to have a look around, I think.
Yeah. White Wall Wheels says, can you see the chickens above the locomotive?
Oh. We must have missed them.
I must have missed. We'll have to have a look back. Oh, there's a little farm.
Yeah.
Right,
Just
yes.
caught a glimpse. Oh, yes. There.
Yes.
There.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. Probably not. Eric says, I have to go, chaps. Good stream. Can't wait for the next. No problem. It's been an honour having you. Thank you, everybody who's been spending their Monday night with us. It's always an honour that you guys take time out of your schedule to hang out with like-minded people here on the Monday.
I like Ben Tullett's thinking here. The record companies will pay Jenny to stop singing. Oh, there they are. Oh, my goodness.
That's what we were talking about.
Yeah, that's why he sent the video in.
Yes.
Oh, that is amazing.
Yeah, and imagine just like you kind of build that in and static grass it.
That is just so good.
So yeah, I'm going to have to look into one like that. Really nice
Absolutely. Right, we're going to have to jump to the final bit.
Yeah,
I know there's a little bit left on this one, but we're going to have to jump on. I think we're a couple of seconds left.
It's a lot of people having to... James Pett says...
I did put the
just
link in.
These DCC Concept spring puck-ups are ingenious, just fitting some now to an N-gauge carriage. Very low resistance. I know, definitely. If you do buy any from DCC Concepts, then do tell them I sent you. I don't make anything at all out of it, but it just makes me feel smug when my work colleagues have to read emails and notes that say, Jenny Kirk is awesome, she sent me here.
So, do you like not being liked by your colleagues?
No, they find it amusing.
Okay, I'm just copying the link so I can put this in. This is from Melchester Model Railway, Close Encounters of the Model Railway Kind. Right, the moment that comes up on screen, you guys are going to be amazed by that layout.
Okay.
Look at that quality of that. That looks
nice.
Looks fantastic.
Yeah. Oh.
One fine summer's morning, a farmer barley mow walked out of Marrowley Cottage. I missed that. Quite how they got there, I don't know, said the farmer. Oh, he's got some crop circles.
Mr. Miggins. His wife owns the pie shop.
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh, fantastic.
Wow.
Oh, you've outdone yourself again, Melchester.
I like that.
Melchester sent in that one with the new year, remember?
Yeah,
and all the fireworks. At Christmas, I think it was.
Yeah.
That is just... You've outdone yourself. That is just amazing.
I do like the vegetable garden as well, and the in the farmhouse.
Oh, wow.
That's really nicely done, actually.
That is so well done.
Oh, thank you ever so much. So,
thank you so much for sharing that. That is brilliant.
So, look, I just got time for me to say thank you all for coming. It's been an absolute honour spending Monday night with you. Don't forget as well, we will be back next Monday from 7 o'clock UK time. All are welcome. Don't forget to spread the word and evangelise about the Monday Club. All are welcome. Come and hang out with like-minded people in the hobby and talk about all sorts of stuff, including the dross that comes out of the cupboard monkey's mouth.
Oh, and also, can I just plug the fact that my comedy show, the Bookroom Comedy Club, is coming back in 2 weeks' time.
2 weeks'
2 weeks'
time. So make sure you've got a great excuse to be elsewhere. But until next time, you guys, you take great care of yourself and happy modelling. You can also check us out over on Patreon and help us to support, to support the channel even, and help us to keep making the videos that you want to see. And until next time, we've got a whole host of videos coming out, trains going by, camera on the wagon, on the train videos, some really great stuff that I filmed for Wednesday. Do look out for that. Friday is our introduction to soldering video, and then next week we have got the review finally of the D-Class Southeastern and Chatham Railway. So until then, you take great care of yourself. Bye for now.
The train now departing is the 21:15 service to Grove Street Yard, stopping at Bolton Trinity Road. That layout that Jenny never named in any of her videos but was the lost one. Eindhoven and other places that my parcel shouldn't have gone to, and then on to Grove Street Yard. That's the 21:15 service to Grove Street Yard. If you go up to the loft today, you're sure of a big surprise. If you go up to the loft today, you'll never believe your eyes. For every train there ever was has gathered there together, because today's the day that Jenny did the Monday Club. Good night.